All right, welcome back, everybody. Fantasy Alarm TV, Jeff Mans and the Oracle Ray Flowers hanging out with you here, previewing the Broncos Seahawks Super Bowl rematch. Ray, are you excited? Are you pumped up? Do you feel it?
I'm just thrilled beyond belief, Jeff. I can't wait for the Super Bowl matchup.
Are you yoked?
Oh.
Would you say you're yoked or jacked? Which more? I don't know what either one of those two mean, but that's...
Yeah, I'm probably jacked up more. I mean, I didn't actually lift weights this morning, so I can't say that I'm yoked.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're a major weightlifter. So Broncos Seahawks, this time it's in Seattle. That's not a good thing for Denver. You know, Ray, neither one of these teams looked real good in week 2. They both looked dominant as normal in week 1. But last week was sort of a come down both offensively for both teams. And the Seahawks defense, they got torched by San Diego and Phillip Rivers. If Phillip Rivers and Antonio Gates could shred him, what are Peyton Manning and Julius Thomas going to do?
It's a good question. Right now, the defense for the Seahawks is not up to expectations through 2 weeks. It's a long season. We will see. For all the success that Peyton Manning has had, and he's been stupendous this year, 6 touchdown passes through 2 games. He hasn't thrown for 270 yards in either outing yet, so he hasn't exactly brought the yardage. Julius Thomas...
It's a good first-round pick overall, though, right?
Oh, of course.
Still
number 1 overall.
That's smart.
Yeah,
number 1.
Smart. He's only 70 yards down per game in his yard per game average right now from last season.
And
Julius Thomas
I think 2.5 touchdowns per game, too.
Yeah, he scored 6 passing touchdowns in 2 weeks. He had 7 in week 1 last year. So, What a slacker. Julius Thomas is the first tight end since 1994 with Ben Coates to have 4 touchdowns in the first 2 weeks
of the season. That's
Ben
a name
Coates.
from the past.
So, I mean, you have to expect that after the beating they took in the Super Bowl last year, the Broncos have got new schemes. They'll have Wes Welker back on offense, Jeff. You have to figure they're going to have a pretty good game against that Seahawks team.
Yeah, for me, it all comes down to how the refs are going to call the game. If they're going to let Seattle get away with what they got away with in week 1, where they were harassing Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, and the Packers wide receivers, Seahawks are going to win the game. That's what they got away with last year. The NFL specifically implemented these holding penalties and legal use of the hands penalties for the Seattle Seahawks to stop those defensive backs from harassing wide receivers and tight ends throughout their routes. If they allowed it in week 1, meanwhile, over the rest of the NFL, those penalties were up 217% year to date. None for the Seahawks. Then last week, 4 different calls, for the Seahawks. Only 2 went through because the Chargers had converted on 2 of them. But still, 4 calls, a lot different, and that's going to change the outcome of this game. Prediction for the game, Seahawks and Broncos, Ray. Who are you going with?
I think you got to go with the Seahawks. Russell Wilson never loses at home. Marshawn Lynch has scored touchdowns in 6 straight games. They've got the running attack. Percy Harvin's healthy right now. I'll say 31-28 Seahawks.
Wow, no way in hell does the Seahawks score 31 points. That's just not going to happen. If they win, it's going to be like 16-13. I'm going to go Broncos in this game. You give Peyton Manning and the entire John Fox, the entire team, 9 months now to stew over that Super Bowl shellacking. There's nothing they want more to go in to Seattle and eliminate the 12th man and get up early on the Seahawks. I think the Broncos are going to win this game. I'm looking at a 27-16 type score for the Broncos. That's it for our Broncos Seahawks preview here on Fantasy Alarm TV. Join us for more programming. Jeff Mans and Ray Flowers back at you after this.